It's day 17 now, and I'm just grabbing some footage of the area I camped in last night. There's a lot of these cool cacti around. I like how each cacti is unique from one another and all the different interesting shapes that they can be found in. Alright, so I'm here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm gonna do Camelback Mountain. Now, I don't think there's anything special about this hike. It's more of just this small little mountain that's like right in the city. So I should be able to get to the top and then get a great view of the city. The trail's only about, I don't know, 2 kilometers or less. So it's pretty up, but it shouldn't take me that long. I don't know how people hike in this heat. I mean, the elevation is fine. I have no problem going up. But it's 33 degrees right now and climbing. It's supposed to go up to 40. And I see people going up this mountain and they just like don't need water breaks. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm from a colder climate. I can handle the extreme colds, but these extreme heats are too much for me. Well, I made it. Top of Camelback Mountain. It's a pretty spectacular view. It must be downtown Phoenix there. Some more mountains over there. I found a really cool chilling spot here. You can see there's even a little arch. Oh, it's like a cave. Oh, it's nice and cool in here too. Overall, I thought that hike was pretty good. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would actually. A lot of boulders to climb up and down, pretty enjoyable, but in this heat of the day, it definitely killed me. Elevation, it's a little steep. It's more of a workout hike than a relax and enjoy hike. But if you're into those like I am, definitely check it out. Might be better to do this at night or better yet in the winter. I like how the city even puts up official like look out for bees signs. You can see there's a ton of bees here by the water bottle holder. These guys just want water. That part of the video is for my sister, who is deathly afraid of bees. I'm sure she'll like this. Afterwards, I got to Sedona and noticed that there were a lot of these cool paths just running through the bushes and some really beautiful rocks and formations scattered around the landscape. I like watching the drone footage sped up because it's nice to see the clouds moving quickly across the valley as the drone goes down it. Alright, so that Camelback Mountain I did earlier was just today's warm-up hike. The real hike today is over to, I'm in Sedona now, and it's over to Soldier Pass. There's a cave and some pools, and it sounded pretty cool, the description of it, so I'm going to check it out. It's a pretty cool sinkhole.
Yeah, it looks, that's why I said, oh, that's cool. Oh, geez.
It's the first stop on the trail. 7 pools.
Hey, ready? Go.
Alright, I feel like I gotta be getting close to some caves because it's a big mountain here in front of me. Alright, I made it. Inside Keyhole Caves. Ooh, pretty cool. Literally and figuratively. It's a nice place to rest from the sun. Since I'm alone here, I'm able to fly the drone through the cave to get a look at the whole thing. You can see it's composed of basically 2 levels, an upper and a lower level, and 2 sections. Right here is the second section just below. The ledges are pretty narrow, but you can still walk across them. And this is what it looks like just outside the cave. So it is a pretty nice area to be in. And the caves themselves as seen from the outside.
I'm sorry. No, I did. I'm still doing it. I did yellow and pictures. Wow.
I'm back in the city of Sedona here, and I just finished grabbing some dinner when I noticed the sunset was really nice and the surrounding area was nice. So I just launched my drone right from the parking lot to see what sort of footage I can grab. I end up taking the most amazing time lapse ever here, and if I had known it was going to come out so good, I definitely would have set it to go for longer than just 8 seconds. I love the pockets of rain that these clouds are creating. There's definitely something happening in Sedona this night because it seems like every cop car in the entire city was on its way up this big hill for some reason or other. And as I was landing, I noticed all the bats that were in the air. It was really awesome to see. Alright, so today I'm doing Sterling Pass. This leads to like an arch. And it's going to be my last big hike of this trip. So I'm really tired. I've been hiking for 3 weeks now. And this is supposed to be like about a 4-hour trail. Pretty uphill so far. But it's the last one, so gotta make it count. Alright, I'm almost at the top. And then once I'm at the top, I gotta go down the other side. but hopefully coming up that other side won't be so bad. This is a really steep trail. It's funny, you look on all trails and you look at the difficulty rating and it's like moderately difficult, but then so is the trail I did yesterday. And this trail, I would say, is moderately difficult based on like extensive hiking experience. But then, you know, the trail I did yesterday was, you know, it's like a tourist trail. It was super easy, but it's still rated more moderate. Just because the ratings are all over the place. If you get like the paved parking, touristy trails, you know, they're going to be rated difficult when they're really super easy. And then this is like a real trail. So when it's going to be really hard, it's actually going to be like moderate, because the people who do these type of trails are doing even harder trails. And then there really is a hard mode for like real backcountry trails. Really is a beautiful view from up here. Especially with the sun on the other side of the mountains there. But now I have to hike down all this. Hey, I can see the arch. Now I just need to walk up there. All right, top of the arch. Oh, what a beautiful area. Oh, I'm gonna walk across this. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now though. I'm a bit of an idiot. I thought the drone could stop faster than that, and I slammed it right into some bushes on this side of this cliff. It took me a bit of effort, maybe like 10-15 minutes, but I was able to get the drone back, and now let's see if it still flies. I basically had to scale down there and walk through all that cacti and everything, and then scale this cliff a bit, and it was on that bush there. Alright, and now for some drone footage where I don't crash. Don't ask me what I'm doing here. I'm just messing around. And just sitting from the arch, I was able to grab a lot of footage for this whole valley, and it's absolutely spectacular. It's just a series of clips here showing it from different angles. Time to bring the drone in for a landing. Alright, the wind is picking up now. I got a thunderstorm here just rolling over me, but hopefully it's isolated. But I am in a bit of a wash canyon part to get out, so I'm gonna head out and hopefully I won't get rained on and swept away. But I think I'll be okay. Found some nice mushrooms here along the trail. Look pretty cool. Just one last drone shot before I head out of here, because I came across this cool looking rock. Alright, that was my most strenuous hike of the entire trip. So I guess it's fitting that that's the last one. But I've still got a few more spots to stop, so this isn't over just yet. So I'm just exploring a river now, and this should lead to Slide Park or Slide something or other state park. It's like a $20 or $30 parking fee. So I parked up the street and I'm walking down the river to see if I can get to this part where there's like a water slide built into the rock. now wading through this water, which is pretty deep. And it only seems to be getting deeper. All right, I think I made it past most of the deep pools now, because I hear people up ahead. So I should be there. So I found the main area here, and this is one of the water slides here. Definitely gonna have to go down it. And this is the main slide. I'm gonna go down this, it looks pretty fun.
No, there's something like concept of contamination and avoidance. It's amazing. Working is something important this time. We're sitting down and having dinner, discussing the side levels of this. So I looked at there and
Well, so I got caught in this thunderstorm here, and this is the hardest part of the river to pass. The part that goes up to my waist as I climb along this rock. So hopefully I can do it without going in. If not, I guess I'm going for a swim. Alright, I think I made it past the sketchiest parts of the river here. Those water slides were a ton of fun. If you're ever here, definitely do the slide higher up, because you could brace yourself with your arms as you're sliding down, and it's just so much more fun because you get the full leverage. The main slide, I was sort of kept getting stuck on the bottom, but it had like deeper pools, so it's still super fun. So many people said like, oh, the water's freezing cold. That water was not cold at all. It's totally fine. I mean, I've swam in glacier lakes before, and they're 100 times colder than this. And especially on like a hot summer day. Absolutely no problem. So I'm about maybe another half a mile upstream I gotta walk before I can scurry out back into my car. When I was a kid, I went to my family's hometown in Italy. I'll hopefully visit one day and take some video of that. But anyways, on the river there was this like natural water slide, but it was too shallow to actually like slide down. And you know, I was a kid back then, and I'm like, oh, maybe by the time I'm an adult, erosion will have taken care of the rock and made it wider so I can fit. Not realizing that erosion takes tens of thousands to millions of years at the time. But anyways, it was such a real treat to come do this, because ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to slide down like a natural water slide like that. Just as I was driving away for the day, I did come across this cool rainbow in the distance, and I thought I'd get a drone shot of it. Also, a cool sunset with a car kicking up a bunch of dust going down a dirt road. Hey guys, how's it going? This one cow is interested in me. The others are like, let's just go back to eating. Alright, so today I'm stopping at a place I wanted to stop on the way down to Arizona, but it was raining when I was passing through. So I'm back now and I'm going to check this out. This is Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park. You can see they've got a lot of sand dunes. Supposedly coral pink. I don't really see the pink in them, but let's go check them out. I guess this is as good a spot as ever to launch the drone. Lots of dirt tracks from all the people that are driving their ATVs and UTVs through here. This is a good clip that showcases the entire area of the sand dunes. As you can see, they're pretty big. So I was just flying around getting some footage when I noticed this UTV driving around. I don't think they were going anywhere particular, just exploring, but I decided to chase them down with my drone and see what kind of footage I can get. Driving that thing looks so much fun, and if I ever go back here, I'm definitely renting one of those. So there were some guys sandboarding here, and it was really cool to watch, but for some reason I couldn't find any of the footage I took of it. So this is like a second part to the dunes that you didn't even see from the area of the large drone shot earlier. And it looks like there's some tire tracks over here as well, but not as many roads as defined in the other area. So those sand dunes were pretty cool. There's actually another set of sand dunes here in Utah called White Sands, not to be confused with the amazing White Sands National Park in New Mexico. Utah has another set of dunes up north, and I'm going to go check those out as well and see how they are in comparison to these ones. So unfortunately, it's raining pretty much everywhere here, but there is a small pocket of sunshine that I'm in now with just a bit of drizzle. So I'm going to take the drone up and see what I can see. So these sand dunes are definitely not as impressive as the last ones, and probably not as good for ATVing around if you're even allowed to do that here. But it's still cool to check out because the sand is very different here, and it's actually quite softer and smoother than the other sand. And since I'm pretty much in the middle of nowhere by myself, I decided to use the drone's follow me feature on my car and just drive around and get some shots while I'm driving. Unfortunately, the weather's just a little bit too windy and thunderstormy to really explore anymore with my drone, or on foot for that matter. So I'm going to continue heading north, and this will be the end of my trip. And there's just one more stop, which I promised I'd get to, or at least said I'd get to at the start of this video. So let's go check it out. Here we go. I'm almost there, 25 more kilometers, and hopefully I'll get under this cloud because it's very clear in the distance. I just don't know how far that is. And hopefully it's far enough that that's where I'll be stopping. You can already see tons of salt everywhere here. I've made it onto the salt flats, and just in time for sunset. So I'm going to launch the drone and see what kind of footage I can get here. These salt flats are just crazy. It's so amazing to see this. I can't believe like this is a real thing. Look at this here. See these little holes? It's just hard salt everywhere. Taking the drone up, I was able to see just how extensive these salt flats were. The further away I got from the road, the deeper these grooves were in the ground, and it was actually quite a bumpy ride, so I wouldn't want to like floor it and go my maximum speed here because I definitely don't have the shocks for this. I like this shot because it looks like it's right out of a car commercial. You can pretty much drive anywhere you want here, and I did meet a few other people exploring just like I was. And you can see lots of people have been doing donuts. And the low ground shot looks really cool too. I met a couple that was traveling and they also had a drone, but they wanted to see mine because I had the newer model than them. This is the Salt Flat Speedway, which is flooded with water right now. But it's really cool because you can walk out into it. As you can see here, it's quite salty and watery. I'm gonna get some awesome footage here for sure. This is one of my favorite shots of the whole trip, just seeing the reflections of the mountains off the water as you're speeding along. It's such a strange landscape. It's actually pretty hard to run in shallow ankle-high water. So I met this guy, I think his name was Paul or something, and he wanted to go on a bike ride through the water with his dog. And I thought this would be a cool shot to film, and as you can see, it really is pretty cool. And I don't remember his details. I was supposed to send him the video once I got it off of my drone, but hopefully he's watching and he can finally see this. And some advice for anybody else who's coming to these salt flats: be prepared with fresh water to wash down anything that comes in contact here. My sandals and my car were just filled with salt, and I'm sure this guy's bike is as well. And one final shot of the entire area. Well, it looks like I'm out of time and I have to head back to work, so this trip is now officially over. I'm just about home now, and I wanted to say I had a ton of fun on the trip, and I had a ton of fun filming and sharing it with you guys. So if you're interested in seeing more of my adventures or my builds or any other videos that I get up to making, just subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.